Dr. Malachy, within the primary care network, how do we navigate this issue?
Thanks very much for having me on. Thanks very much, everyone. I think coming to primary care, we do have a lot of GPs here, and they might want to contribute one or two things after I've said a few things. In primary care, it probably is slightly different in the sense that usually it is the partners who wield most of the powers. And if you're not a GP partner, it becomes very, very difficult getting to the seat of the table, because you can imagine if you're a locum GP, what you're asked to do is see the patient, see them again, and see them again, and see them again. If you're a salary GP, the same thing applies. But if you're a GP partner, you could allocate maybe, let's say, 1 or 2 sessions a week as an admin, and what that does is that it gives you the opportunity to attend these CCG meetings. And these are where the issues that pertains to NHS are discussed. If they're going to be sort of like, let's say, a committee being formed on the spot, it's only those people who turned up for the meeting that will be considered. There is a typical example. There was an election. Everybody was complaining about who eventually emerged. But how he emerged is because on the day of the election, most people didn't bother to turn up. So invariably, it was more of people coming together on that day, sort of like coronate him, and then he became the chairman of the CCG. So for the general practice, it will have to involve taking on that very not so much coveted role of a GP partner. These days, we do find that a lot of our Nigerian colleagues are not very keen on taking up the role of a GP partner, simply because under the current climate, although it is debatable, it feels as if to say that being a locum GP is more profitable than being a partner. And that is what is swaying people away from being a GP partner, which is a pathway to holding that source of power, which we've been discussing over a long period of time now. So my opinion is that for us to be able to get to, in primary care, to the position of power, unfortunately, we have to embrace the pathway of becoming a GP partner. It is actually debatable whether being a GP partner is more profitable than being a locum. As a locum, you probably get the cash here and now, but on the long term, a GP partner will actually be in a better position in terms of NHS pension, every other thing. Granted, the risk might be higher, but in terms of a financial reward, I think being a GP partner on the long term is probably a bit more rewarding than being a locum GP. I can see
think
that
I'm going to set up a private session for
maybe
you.
You want to mention 1 or 2 things there.
There you go. I'm going to set up a private session for you on the benefits of being a GP partner.